back to Bro to Bro. We're here with Chase Davis. We wanted to have him on the podcast like a month ago, but he had to go do adult things and go back home.
See my family.
Go see your family, small minor things.
Very, very minor, yeah.
But y'all work together, or worked together at Deer Run.
Another Deer Run.
Maybe again soon.
Maybe again soon. Yeah. Maybe
the rumors.
All three of us maybe again soon. Maybe
you know. So let's first start. Just tell us a little about yourself, Chase. What makes Chase Davis Chase Davis?
What makes Chase Davis Chase Davis? I don't know. I'm from Illinois.
Okay.
8 hours away. I'm in Tennessee now just because of Deer Run, Christian camp that Dom and I both worked at. A little bit about myself. I'm the oldest of 9, including me. There's some step siblings and half siblings in there, but 9 all in all. What else about me?
You played football.
I played 1 year of college football.
Yeah.
Second string.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
As a freshman though, which is not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
What kind of led you to not do that anymore?
So I was at the school in Wisconsin, Concordia University, Wisconsin. Played there. Was going back the August leading to my sophomore year, and they're like, "Hey, our sister school just went bankrupt, and so now we have to increase your tuition. Division III, so I didn't get full ride.
Right.
I was some scholarship, but nonetheless, I wasn't going to pay double. And they were like, "Yeah, you're paying double." So I was like, "Yeah, I'm out." And that was in early to mid-August, which if you know how school starts, it starts about that time.
Right.
So I had no chance of finding a new school to play at or even go to or whatever, unless I just picked one off the street and just went immediately. Right. So yeah, I actually came back. So that was in Wisconsin, and that happened. And I actually came back to Tennessee to school shop. And I looked at MTSU. I looked at Trevecca, some other small schools and stuff. And at the same time, Deer Run offered me this internship that I did in 24. So I ended up doing the internship. Took a year off of school, did the internship. And it was great. Learned a lot. Saw a lot of cool places that I went to otherwise. Went to Liberty University and things like that. So it was just a good time. Yeah. All in all, it was good.
Yeah.
And now I'm 26 now. I actually dropped out of school for the second time. Now I'm back at Deer Run as an intern again.
Okay.
In the training and the hopes of a full-time job in this coming season.
Okay.
So
full-time Deer Run?
Yes.
That's what you're hoping?
Yeah.
I think Elijah when we had Elijah on a couple weeks ago, we were trying to touch on this. What draws you to Deer Run?
Deer Run for me is special. I've had some really, really good moments there, but I've probably had some of the worst days of my life, and I was there. Yeah. So that kind of I love Deer Run. And like sometimes it's like, I need to step away, I need to move on, but it's like I just tugged and tugged. It's like I can't, And obviously one day I will, maybe I will, maybe I'll be there for the rest of my life. I don't know, but it's a special place. The grounds, the people, it's really, really cool, really spirit filled. So yeah, it's just got a place in my heart. If I'll be there 2 years and then move on, amazing. If I'll be there the rest of my life, then
amazing too.
Come on, let's go.
So it's kind of annoying there too. Like you kind of do want to like remove yourself. Like it's time to move on.
I know that.
Like,
they joked about me working there this summer because I know you're talking about. I'm scared to. I'm afraid I might get sucked in there and never leave.
You might get hooked. It's a good hook though.
It is a good hook. It's a good addiction. Hook. But, okay, well, let's talk about your testimony.
Okay.
Tell us about it. We all got some nice beverages tonight. So I'm sipping on the Celsius Mango Lemonade.
I got some strawberry cream blue pump.
I got an Olipop cream soda.
All brought to you by Chase Davis.
Yeah, Chase Davis is the sponsor of this episode.
Okay, so I can do two things. I'll let you guys pick, I guess.
Okay.
I can do kind of like how I came to salvation, or kind of just like an impactful moment that I've seen the Lord work?
I would be good for both. Let's start at how you found salvation.
Both. How I found salvation. Okay, so back in Illinois, growing up, went to school, all these things that typical human does. I was in second grade, third grade. Found out that my parents were getting divorced. For my third grade mind, body, soul, that was like the world's ending,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And so at that time, like we went to church, went to, you know, the Awanas and different, you know, day camp stuff kind of thing. And so I always like knew the Bible and the kids' stories and stuff like that. And so, but that happened, my parents got divorced and I matured very, very fast. And so after that, I was like, wow, like my rock that my life was on was my parents and their relationship.
Right.
And that is broken. So it was like, in adult words now, like what I was thinking then, I didn't know it, but in adult words now, like that foundation was gone and how I needed to replace that. So I gave my life to Christ. Shout out my grandma. She is the most Christ-like person that I've known, and she was the one that led me to Christ and has taught me so many things that still stick today, even though she's passed. She led me to salvation. She also, not she, but weeks later, she had a pastor friend come over, and the idea of baptism came up, and she had a hot tub.
Okay.
So my brother and I and my cousin all kind of got saved around the same like month, and we got baptized in a hot tub. My pastor and my grandma's back porch.
Just need water. That's all you need.
Hey, water and spirit, baby. Let's go. So yeah, that's how I found Christ. That's how it started. And kind of tying into the second question, kind of leading life story, I guess. But so I went through middle school, high school, you know, kind of doing my own thing. Didn't really like actually practice the things that I was professing. And so high school comes around, you know, playing basketball, playing baseball, playing football, all these things, injuries that kind of shake my faith, but nothing really to get me to kind of snap out of it. Like, hey, this is real. Like, you can't do this life on your own. Like, you need something else. Okay, like, and nothing would wake me up. And so, not that I needed a wake up call, but I did. And so, back to Deer Run. My junior year of high school, junior year summer, after junior year, I come to Deer Run for the first time, and I'm there in the summer, and we get done with our first week of camp. And we get into the fortress, and we debrief the week, and it's my first week ever as a counselor, and I had these kids, and it was great and whatever. And the director, Josh, comes out, and he's like, Chase, come here, like, you need to call your mom right now. And I was like, he's like, just call your mom, like, right now. So and we don't have our phones in the week, so he gives me my phone. I walk outside, call my mom. She's like, hey, bud, like, I need you to like get around some people that are gonna like basically keep you on your feet and like keep you level-headed. And I was like, just what is going on? Just tell me, like, what's happening? She's like, hey, like, Nana, my grandma, and then my cousin, two of my cousins and my aunt were all in a bad accident. My grandma passed away. And then my little cousin Mia passed away, who was 8. And then my aunt had a TBI, traumatic brain injury. And my other little cousin, Levi, had a TBI, traumatic brain injury. And so that happened, and I was like, I'm outside in the middle of this camp, 9 hours away from my home, from my family, my home, and I'm just like weeping, like in like the middle of nowhere. No one's around me. No one knows where I'm at. I'm weeping. And so I was like, I need to drive home right now. I need whatever. And so I go into the fortress, and I'm talking to people. They're praying for me, whatever, all these things. I get up at like 6 the next day, fly home, buy a ticket, fly home, and I'm there with my family. And so that was again like the foundation broke, and it wasn't the foundation because I was saved, but like I don't know, it just shook me so hard like nothing else has, and that's kind of what woke me back up. Mm-hmm. And so, and and not necessarily broke me back up, but you can see God's hand through that situation and how he took a really, really horrific, bad situation and changed it for good. My little cousin Mia passed away. Her name was Mia. She was 8. She passed away from a brain injury. But her body was perfectly fine. And so by the grace of God, like, they were able to donate like every single organ of her body and save like,
that's
I don't know how many organs you have, but,
it's a
but
lot, though.
a good bit of lives because her organs were able to go into children that were dying and young people that were dying. And my uncle at the time, because my aunt was still in a medically induced coma, my uncle at the time was like, hey, like, we need every single time this person that we're donating our organ to, or our daughter's organ to, we are pleading and like, this is like the contract. Like, if you give them the organ, you have to read them this note. So the note is basically the gospel. So I like to think that by the grace of God, hopefully every time an organ was donated and a physical life was saved, pray that a salvific, a spiritual life was saved as well, and that they heard the gospel for the first time, and that their family heard the gospel for the first time, and like just thinking that is like wow, like what, like only God, and then thinking about like people would come up to me like, bro, like your grandma, like she changed my life, like your grandma like did this and did that. I remember like walking into restaurants and stuff, and there'd be deaf. I specifically remember we were in Mendota, Illinois. We walk into a Chinese restaurant. There's a deaf person sitting in a booth. My grandma goes up to the deaf person and gives them the gospel in ASL. To this day, like, yeah,
that's incredible.
Crazy.
That's incredible.
So insane, and I vividly remember that, and just things like that. Like, she was just incredible. Like, just unmatched, unmatched faith, unwavering faith. It's just so cool to have a person like that in my life for as little time, any time, any amount of time is just incredible. So hearing about that and just remembering that and seeing those things, like, it just like shows like the Lord, has his hand throughout good and bad. And then also like too, like Mia, like, I don't know if it was 2 months or a month before she passed, she went up to my aunt and was like, hey, like, mommy, like, I want to like be saved. Like, out of her own will, like, she came and so my aunt said the prayer, like, she told her what she's saying, like is this what you actually mean? This is what you actually believe? Yeah, and so she's in heaven. She's doing a lot better than we are down here.
It's a lot, yeah.
So that's a lot. I mean, so still, like, all these things happen. My aunt, my grandma, the divorce, all these things happen, and I'm still just wrecked by sin. Like, obviously, like, I'll always be plagued by sin, like we all will. But like, I just cannot get into a habit. I can't get into a habit of my Bible reading. I can't get into a habit of praying. Like, after the accident, like, I have like a 6-month stint where I'm like on fire.
Right. Yeah.
But like in a mournful way. Like, I'm close to the Lord because this happened.
Right.
But I'm still on fire, So that goes away, whatever. But the real thing that's actually like changed how I view my relationship with the Lord and changed like just my knowledge and my understanding in my heart was my first year of college, my freshman year of college. I went to school and I'm playing football and all these things, and I'm just flooded with the college life, parties, girls, drinking. You're a football player, bro. You made it. You're like, let's go. Like, no one cares at the bar. No one cares if you're the starter, bro. You're a quarterback.
You're a quarterback on the football team.
It's just how it is. And so the first semester of school, it was hard for me. I was not close to the Lord. I was very distant. I did what I wanted. I was living apart from the Lord by far. And it was a Lutheran school. Concordia University of Wisconsin is a Lutheran-based school. So we had to go to chapel every day. And it seemed like, it's funny enough, like the population of the school is like you're an athlete or you're a Lutheran's pastor kid.
Okay.
Or you're both.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I still know what I believe, and like, or at least the surface, I know Jesus Christ died for my sins. The Holy Spirit enters in. Like, we have free will. All these things, like baptism, you baptized once, and like it's a declaration of the inner salvation that you've had. All these things, like, it's not like by works you're saved, but through faith. Like all these things. Like I know these things, but I don't know them.
Yeah.
You know, and so when I hear different opinions, I can know that I can say them, but I'm not living like I truly know them. So all that to say is, I'm having these debates with my Lutheran friends. Like they believe like, you know, I don't know what you guys believe or who you guys believe, but like
None of us are.
like,
We're not Lutheran, at least.
or even like Catholic, like
Yeah.
infant baptism,
Right.
stuff like that, where it's very like liturgical.
Yeah.
Like you baptize your son and your daughter, they're good. Like
Yeah.
predestination, double predestination, all these things that Lutherans and different denominations have that I would disagree with.
You're right.
And so I'm having these conversations, and they're just like, they're looking at me like I'm the crazy one. It's like you like, and I'm looking at them like they're crazy. It's like
Right.
what's going on here? It's like one of us is probably wrong, but we don't think, you know, whatever.
Right.
And so I'm debating, and one night he's one of my best friends, Luke. Right now he plays divisional football at Western Illinois University.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Shout out.
Yeah.
He's one of my best friends right now. But him and I he's Lutheran, I'm not, it's okay. I still love the guy.
Yeah.
We had a debate one night, super heavy, just kind of like talking, intense, like emotional. And I just can't get through to him. He's not gonna get through to me, whatever.
Right.
And so that ends, and I go to sleep that night, and I have 5 a.m. lifts the next day.
Right.
And I go to sleep, first hour, no sleep. Second hour, I'm still awake. Third hour, still awake. And I'm like, all right, I'm not going to sleep. I'm tossing and turning. All I can think about is like this argument. And and I felt like my faith was like being deconstructed, because it's like these people are saying, like I have hundreds of people saying all these things and there's all the same things that they're saying. They're saying all these things are the exact same and that they're 100% true.
Right.
And they're all telling me that I'm 100% not true.
Right.
So if you get told that enough times,
You believe that?
you might
Start to
waver a
believe.
little
Yeah.
bit. Exactly. So I'm like, am I going crazy? Is what I know a lie? Like, do I need to switch denominations? Whatever. And so I wake up, or I get out of bed. I've always been awake. I'm in a dorm. I'm in a single dorm with 3 guys, including myself. So all football players, all to be up at 5 a.m. And so I put like a blanket over me and my computer so that my buddies won't get wake up because I'm on my computer. And I'm like, all right. And I just look up, so I have my Bible here, I have my computer here, and I'm like, salvation, look it up, verses, boom, write it down. How do you get salvation? Look it up, boom. This is all things I already know.
Right.
Write it down. And I'm looking at verses. All right, where's verses? All right, baptism, what does it say? Write it down. Holy Spirit, what does it say? Literally every single topic, every single like, what's the word? Just like, I don't know, a biblical topic, I guess. I'm looking up, and I'm looking up, what do I believe? What do they believe? What does the Bible say? And I'm writing down what I believe and where it says, where I can find that. Because for me, I'm not like a quick-witted thinker.
Yeah.
Like if you give me something, I want to kind of go back into my space. I'm gonna look it over, read it over, and then come back and give you an answer, like an educated answer, you know. So when we have these debates, that's kind of where I lack. It's not like, but you know, I can't just like pick up verses out of nowhere. I'll give you like some core ones. That's about it. And so, anyways, like. I get all these things down, and I'm praying, and I'm talking to the Lord, and I'm looking at these things, and that's where it's like boom, like it's just clicked. It's like now, like I've researched, and I've like looked in the Bible, and I stayed up the entire night till 5 a.m. lifts, doing that for like I don't know, 8-10 hours, whatever. And then I wake up, I slam like 2 energy drinks, go work out, and then go to bed and skip all my classes.
Right. Yeah.
So like that was like the moment where it's like I clicked, and so that was leading to the second semester. And my second semester of school was the best time, the most on fire I've been on forward, and it's been great since then. Like obviously always hills and valleys, you know, like just how it is with the Lord. Like you're gonna sin, you're gonna relapse or whatever it is, like, but there's always grace, you know. And so since then, so anyway, that was the time. Like hard thing here, divorce, you know, hurt, all these things. But it was really just like when I had, and I think it's like Romans 2, where it says like, do not be conformed to the world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. And that was like, that's how I saw that verse be played out in my life. Like, you know, like literally I was transformed in the way I thought, in the way I like interpreted scripture, and like I just knew it. Like I knew in my heart, and I could give you reasons too in this book. Like I wrote everything down. So that was like the legitimate like transformation of my mind and the renewal of my mind into you know, like actually being, you know, walking alongside Christ and not like quenching the spirit, you know. So all that mumbo jumbo.
That's incredible.
It's just how I am now, and like I said, there's been ups and downs, there's been lefts and rights, but you know, by the grace of God, just trying to one step at a time, one day at a time, just be less like myself each day and more like Him each day, and it's just kind of, you know, if there's like a meter of me and a meter of Jesus each day, I just want the gap to grow and grow and grow, you know. So that's at least what I pray for. So
that's awesome.
Andy's good looking. Golly.
Not as good as this guy, man. Look at that stash. Come on.
For the listeners, just the people listening, not
just on
watching,
Spotify.
just imagine a real, like the best looking guy possible saying all those things.
No.
No. You know, no, to be fair, when we first thought we were going to be on the podcast a couple months ago, I did my research, and you were a good high school football player. you
He went on max prep and everything.
I was deep diving. So when you had to give up football, was that a very hard thing to do?
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I've actually thought about like maybe I'm not done. You know,
come
who
on.
knows? I technically have 3 years of eligibility, but I know it's not the answer you're looking for.
No.
It's definitely been hard. It's been the struggle each and every day. And I think for men, like a big thing for guys is like, especially like biblically driven men, like you need like a goal that you're pursuing and chasing.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have a goal or something you're chasing or a passion, like you're not a man. Yeah. I mean you are, but you're not offending anyone. But you're a man. But like what makes men is that they're driven, they're goal driven, they're purpose driven. And so like the initial phase where I was out of football, I was like, who am I? You know, it's like all I did was like work out, eat, like train, throw into nets when no one was watching for like I'm just sitting there just throwing into a net. Just like going to training sessions and paying for these private coaches and all these things, and it's like, now what? You know, like I'm just going to school or going to work at Deer Run or working at Chick-fil-A, like work there for a little, I don't know. So it was very hard, and I'm thankful now. Like I have purpose that I'm just like constantly striving to be more like the Lord, but also like a practical, just like, you know, how can I better myself? And my big thing for 2026 is just like, I want to, if there's like a tree, if I'm a tree, you know, I don't want to grow strictly just up and just like be this stalk, you know. I want to have this stalk and I want to have a branch here and a branch here and a branch here. So it's like, you know, you have like the gym and like, you know, obviously that's not first on the list. But the gym first on the list would be like, you know, you're talking to the Lord, you're time with the Lord, and you're Bible in your prayer time. But then like, you know, whatever, bettering yourself physically, bettering yourself mentally, like reading books and you know, all these things that I want to like just grow. And that's kind of what has been driving me, is like, how can I just overall become like the best man I can be for like myself and like also like future family and, you know, all these things. So
what I'm hearing is Chase Davis comeback in football might be.
No, maybe.
No,
maybe. I've seriously thought about, and I've kind of planned it out too. If I do go back, I'll probably go to a JUCO. Yeah. Get some film.
No,
I know,
man. I was good. I had an offer to go to Concordia. I did.
Wisconsin?
Yes.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah. And
to play football?
Yes.
Bro, what?
Yeah. And they wanted me to come tour, and again, there was a lot going on.
When was this?
2022.
Bro, we could have been on the same team.
We could have been teammates.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Yeah. But like I said,
they also offered me.
What?
They did.
In basketball though, right?
No, actually, both. And I was like, no, guys, no.
Yeah, the firefighting team?
Yeah, they offered
like
me.
the competitive firefighter, like you
no, they did, but we can move back on to you guys. But they did.
It was the best mustache award.
Not me, dude. Not me. Not me.
You know, I kind of have a mustache too. Anyways, no, I know exactly what you mean. Like,
dude, that's great. That's so cool.
I know, but like, I know exactly what you mean because it was leaving football. Of course, like I said, I didn't even play a year in college, but like, it's such a big part of your life. And then, like, as soon as you move away from it, you're okay, you have peace for a while, and then like it starts to come back. Like, I would like to play this.
Yeah.
And like, I think it's hard for me because I do coach high school football now.
Yeah.
And like, I'll see something like, and this is so prideful. But I'll see like one of my players drop, like I can catch that easily. I can catch that easily.
Yeah.
But
Put me out there.
put me out there. I can coach these high schoolers.
Be shaved real quick. Get out there.
Let me cover up my tattoos. You know, it'll be fine.
Get some orange sleeves.
Yeah. Okay. Get back to you though.
No.
So what you talked about? Your goal to be a full tree in 2026. What else is in 2026?
I had a question about the tree. Do you write like a lot, just in general, or
I'll
stuff
do
like
my
that?
Bible time. All right. So I'll just read my Bible, whatever chapter or verse I'm going through today, and then I'll just write thoughts and verses and prayers and so a little bit. I have been trying to write more. The most extent of my write has been I wrote a 10-page book one time, and that was about it. But other than that, at my nature, at my core, I do not like reading. I do not like writing.
Okay.
Let me use my hands. Let me figure something out of my mind. Let me do math. No, thank you. I don't want to read. I don't want to write. But the more I get older, it's no, this stuff is important. It makes you who you are. It makes you more. I don't know if this makes sense, but it makes you more yourself because your brain just feels so much more sharp, and just on point. I don't know,
Uncluttered and
yeah, for sure.
Because you've been trying to do that a lot more. You've been trying to write.
I haven't been.
It's been something that you've been talking about.
Yeah,
trying to do.
yeah. That what you said about the tree and about being focused on something and having a goal is I've had that. I had that with sports, and obviously not far aspirations, but I had a goal to win games, get better,
Yeah, anything.
And then out of that, I didn't go to college really. I went to Columbia State Community College, but I didn't really have a goal. And then I figured out what job I wanted, went through the academy, but now I'm working that job that I was striving for. I got a wife now, which is great. Kids are a goal eventually, but other goals
2026.
2026 goals.
Toby.
Toby, you're listening.
But manly goals.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find that, which this podcast has helped out a lot.
Yeah.
And then just picking things from other people we've talked to, and finding my way to turn a goal, Christ, into a goal, and pursuing Him into that same mindset of sports and winning basketball games and football games, and so that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out, and that's why I was curious about writing, because I know when I do write, my mind feels a lot more unclogged and it's smoother and sharper, like you said. So I was curious about if you do that often or not.
Yeah, not as much as I'd like. I actually did write down some things that I want to do. I was just thinking, I was in Dearborn office and I saw a Post-it note and boom, 10 things came to mind, what 2026, what I want to look like. I just picked up the note card or the sticky note and I wrote down 2026. Here's some things, and I put it in my pocket, and that was it. So
yeah, I think I think the reason a lot of men, people, men and women, but especially men, experience burnout in jobs, which is something that a lot of men experience. And it's just because they get their job, they get the dream job, and then they just there's no goal.
Yeah.
And there's no drive. That, for anyone, that gets old very quickly. But I think that's the leading cause of burnout, and that's a huge issue for men. So 2026, what are some of those things on the Post-it notes?
Yeah, just like I said, walk with the Lord. I want to be very intentional. One of my things that I've already started, just kind of not chip away, but just get better at is I want to just talk to Jesus. I just want to be out through my day and just walk and do my job, or read a book or read the news or go to the bathroom, literally whatever whatever I'm doing. I just want to talk to Him throughout the day, and so that's kind of thing. I just want to consider Jesus 24/7. I don't want to do breakfast, lunch, dinner. Thank you for this food. Thank you for this food. Thank you for this food. How we sleep good. Good morning. That's it. I want to consider Jesus throughout the day. So that's my big spiritual one. And obviously, you can never like read the Bible too much. So, what else is there? While I'm working, I'm gonna do online school. So just keeping my degree flowing, getting that, chipping it away at the degree. Obviously, the weight room. My weight room goal for this year
Yes,
is I want 315 on bench.
Okay.
That's my goal.
Hey, you're working with Joe Goss now, so.
I am working with Joe Goss. This
I might
is
have
true.
to hop on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been I've loved. Shout out Joe if you ever watch this, but I've loved working with him. It's been cool. He's just kept me accountable. It's like through text and stuff. Send me like a 12-week program just like with my workouts listed out already.
He might kill you along the way.
He probably chat GPT'd it, but it's okay.
Sorry.
But it's been good. So that's my physical goal.
Yeah.
I also might be getting into jujitsu.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because why not? You
Yeah.
know?
Hey, I think every man should do a little
dude.
rolling every once in a while.
Yeah.
I did it for a while.
Yeah. Or I might just do like, I want to do like, not just sparring or rolling and kind of the MMA, like the wrestling type.
Right.
I also want to do like this kind of maybe kickboxing
Yeah,
or something. You know.
Just don't mess up that face. Just don't do that. You can't do that.
There's no boxing glove strong enough to mess up that.
Speak for yourself, man. Speak for yourself. What else? I wish I had that sticky note because that's why I wrote it down because I forget.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely want to read a couple books. Like I said, I hate reading, so
That's a challenge for.
very hard. So yeah, online school, you know,
What's your
the
degree in?
gym. So my freshman year was business.
Okay.
I switched it this sophomore year to exercise science.
Okay.
But those jobs make zero money, and that wouldn't translate to anything else.
Right.
So
That's true.
I'm switching back to business,
Okay.
maybe like a business admin, business finance, something that can be kind of generalized. I'll probably end all I don't know what I'll do with my life, but I think at some point it'll be something with like my own business or own something, whether that's like a ministry business or a sports business or a family, like whatever it is, like something kind of where I'm not just this employee begging for hours, you know. I want to kind of, you know,
Make your own hours.
yeah, make my own hours, but also just like do something that's gonna like help people in a way and not just like, you know, sweep streets, you know, like and that's something that I've been like thinking about too is like you can be a street sweeper and still be like that, like that you're in God's will, you're doing all this stuff. You can be a plumber and you're you know in God's will and you're doing all this stuff, or you can be a pastor, you know, and be like fully in the Lord's will. But that side point. But yeah, so I'm just
I
trying to,
hear you.
I forgot what I was saying.
Nah, but you're talking about your degree. And
Business. So whatever it is, if it's a ministry degree or a ministry job or just a business, it's all I want to do to the glory of the Lord. So yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah.
So you mentioned this earlier. You know, we talked about you were under the bed for 8 to 10 hours. What is your argument against predestination, or how do you defend that?
Predestination?
Yeah, predestination versus free will. How do you defend that?
That's
I agree with you.
Yeah.
We were having this conversation last time.
We
with one
were
of our buddies.
My thing is just like a loving God would not create mindless love robots, you know? And so, because he had that with the angels and they still fell, you know?
Yeah.
Like he created them, they were perfect, and they still fell, you know? And so, I just think that you can't, because there's predestination, but there's also a thing called double predestination, where it's like you're predestined. These people are predestined to heaven, and these people are predestined to hell.
Wow.
But then predestination is almost more confusing, because then it's like these people are predestined to heaven, but these are just anything. You know, that doesn't. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong in my.
No, I think you're spot on.
But and so it's just like I think that the Lord, people just confuse predestination and the Lord being outside of time and all-knowing and all-powerful. If you don't believe that the Lord is outside of time, if you don't believe that He's omnipotent, omniscient, all these things, if you don't believe those, then yeah, okay, predestination.
Sure.
But then it's like, why did Jesus come? You know, like,
Okay.
why do we need the blood of the perfect lamb if I'm predestined to go to heaven? Or why should I care about anything if I'm predestined to go to hell?
Yeah.
You know, and so it's just like it just literally does not make any sense
No.
to me. I don't know, and
I agree.
maybe I'm faulty.
No, I agree. What was like I said, we were having this conversation last night with our buddy Austin, who hopefully we get on the podcast one day if we ever go to Texas or he comes here. He was describing, I don't remember what word it was.
I thought he was about to pull it out, and I was like, oh man.
No, but you could try to describe it. He was talking about, he doesn't necessarily know if he believes it, but he said he leans more towards it. A sort of middle ground between the two. I can't think what it was called.
I don't remember exactly what he was saying about it.
I'll again, hopefully we'll have him on the podcast soon, and he can actually describe it for himself. But basically that God knows we have 100 different outcomes we could do in a day.
Yeah.
And God knows what we will choose. And sometimes that will be the wrong decision.
Yeah.
But He will craft it to be the perfect will.
100%.
And I think that's
Yeah.
Just like that. I don't know what the verse it is, but it's just like He'll work all things for those who love Him.
right.
For good. I forget what verse I did. I butchered that.
No,
but yeah, like at the end of the day, like He knows what's gonna happen. He knows who's gonna choose Him, who's not,
Right.
and He's still gonna give everyone the option. You know, like it just boggles my mind how people.
Yeah, like you said,
and,
I think.
and I don't want to like.
I think.
ruffle any feathers.
I think that it's an important discussion among Christians, whatever denomination you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no, I think you're exactly right. That what was the need for Jesus if we already are predestined for one way or the other?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You look like you're about to say something. That's why I stopped. talking.
I was gonna say something.
Go ahead.
I don't remember that. No, I don't remember.
Yeah,
You know me. I have to have at least one of those.
Yeah, it looked good though.
It did look. It felt good.
Yeah.
I like the picture I have in my head of at least how I understand it is like, because it's number one, it's not important enough. Like that discussion is not, well, the predestination stuff, that's a little different. But like talking about the little bit, nitpicking at certain things is not important. I don't think important enough to divide.
Right.
Like there's so many denominations that like are way off, and it's like, all right, there are some things you have to agree on.
Fundamentally wrong.
But there's some little things that's like, I'm not the all perfect judge to determine whether that is too far or wrong enough, because I know I'm not right in everything I believe. Some of it might be wrong, and it probably is wrong, but I do believe the one fundamental thing that is going to get me to heaven, and that's that Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins, took all of that on for us, and through Him we get to go to God.
Yeah.
And so,
Preaching.
but like I envision, I have a vision of like a kid walking on like a playground, and he's like trying to balance on the wood or whatever, and like God's falling right behind, and he just knows you're about to fall off. And you do, and then He just picks you back up and lets you try again. Like that's my like picture. I don't know how to put that in words, but I just have a visual for how I believe it is. And it's like, as long as you have the intent to get back up on that board and try to keep walking that tightrope, that's all He cares about, really.
Yeah. That's good.
I brought it back. I had to divert to get back to that.
You got there. Do you? Again, Dom probably can't answer. Have you done any mission trips type things?
Yeah, I have. This past.
We're the only ones. We're the only ones that
I know,
haven't.
I know.
Sorry, this is my first one. This
No,
is my
okay.
first one ever. It was
2026. We got to lock in.
it was last May.
Okay.
May. As I was with the run, we went to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And we were with this organization called Youth for Christ.
Okay.
There's actually some here in Tennessee, like at high schools and different things like that. But it's a Youth for Christ organizational camp down there. So kind of like Deer Run, but a Youth for Christ camp in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And they were also super cool God story. We were planning on going somewhere else for a mission trip, but we were planning this mission trip like what we were gonna do. We were planning on this place. I forget what our first option was, but it fell through because of, I forget the reason. And so we just shoot this kind of behind the back, 3-pointer shot. Like, I will send this email to to this Youth for Christ. Like, hey, can we come out and serve you guys in some way, shape, or form? We have like 8 members that would come, blah blah blah. We're at a Christian camp. We have this knowledge and this blah blah blah. And the backwards behind the 3, behind the head 3,
Right.
It lands. And so the girl emails back our director, and she's like, "Oh my gosh! Like, we are starting our first ever, I think it was an Easter camp, or not Easter camp, spring break camp. It was spring break camp, first ever spring break camp, and we are missing 8 to 10 people."
Oh, wow.
And so it's like, well, we're camp people. We know how to do camp. That's like our jam, and we have 8 to 10 people.
Right.
So it's like, that's how
perfect.
we have to go.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other option. So we go there, Puerto Rico. It's awesome. It's beautiful. It's also the hottest temperature I've ever been in my entire life. It's just, I don't even know if it was like temperature hot, but it was like humidity. Like,
Yeah, the
I've
climate
never
is-
been. Like, it was just closer to the equator. I didn't wear sunscreen. I was burnt everywhere. I was burnt. But it was awesome. It was so cool. We helped run in a camp. We helped like put on like skits. Like, there was like, we did like, went through the book of one of the gospels, and like we were like dressed up as characters
cool.
on stage. Like, we like helped with worship and serving meals and playing with them. All these kids, like me and these kids we were playing basketball literally every day. We were like 5-on-5. And these kids were high school kids.
Yeah.
They're whooping us. They're so good.
Right.
Puerto Rico basketball is different.
Yeah,
I'll tell
they're
you that
legit.
right now.
Yeah.
They're legit. These high school kids, all they do is they play basketball.
Yeah.
But no, it's so cool. Such a different. It's so close, but
Yeah.
even in that closeness, is like such a crazy difference in culture and lifestyle, and it just is so cool. So we got to share the gospel in our favorite way is camp form, and so we did that. It was great. So that was my first, and we're going back to them.
Okay.
That same place, same camp. Going back this next year too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So I think they're gonna have that tradition where every year the interns or full-time workers can have the option to go back to.
That's really cool.
Yeah, Puerto Rico.
That's really cool. We gotta lock in and do a mission trip
Yeah.
this year.
Hey, if you're any part of D-Run,
That
can
is
just
true.
come.
That is true.
Hey, they would take you.
It would take me even
as long
somebody
as you fundraise,
right. Yeah.
because we had to fundraise, obviously.
Sure.
But
I think that's been like one of the biggest like.
And then you get pulled into a week, and then you're
I'll
doing
spend the
2
rest-
weeks.
I'll spend the rest of my life at your
And then
run.
you spend the rest of your life.
No, but I think from doing this podcast, that's been like the biggest thing. That's like God is telling us that, and we have to do that this year.
Yeah.
I don't
Do
know.
something.
I don't know where. But
bro, y'all can do it in Nashville.
that's the
That's
thing.
what I
Like
was
we
about to say.
were
There's
talking
some
to-
mission.
Yeah, one of the guests we had was Ethan Hutchinson, and he does that. He does like he lives in Australia. He works for he is on a full-time mission out there, and he goes to like their version of like Broadway in Nashville, and just preaches out there.
Man, it sounded crazy
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Like some crazy stories.
Yeah, so I think that's something we've talked about is trying to do that on Broadway, but I don't know. It's
I mean,
It'd be exciting.
it would be
It'd
exciting. I think some of the stories that you would hear people say, and
Oh, yeah.
some of the things you would face would be.
have y'all heard of Fireplace?
I'm
pretty sure it's called Fireplace.
Okay.
If you look it up, they're on Instagram. They're all over Instagram. It's do you guys know? I'm not from here, so it's like the big like youth Christian organization that's like in Franklin. They have like young adults night and a high school night.
Is it like for what a lie to like gun life?
No. They do like worship nights. But anyways, like so it's through them. And they just have all these different like youth nights and young adult whatever. So so they do this thing called Fireplace, and I went one time. And basically you'll meet in like this parking garage that they do you meet at this church in downtown Nashville. And you walk from there to this parking garage, and you meet there. Everyone's in a big circle. There's like 50 people. They're praying. We're like getting hyped. They're like, up your hand in. And then they're like all going crazy, like loud as all get out. And so like, all right, the plan is, we're going here. This guy's on cajon. This guy's on guitar. Everyone circle around him. We're playing music. how it's going to start off is you're worshiping, and just worship the Lord. After that, let the Lord do the work.
Yeah.
Just let the Spirit move. If you feel called to go to someone that's walking around you, because we're like in like downtown, like about like,
Sure.
I don't know who it was, if it was Morgan Walls or Toby Keith or
Right.
whoever. Someone's big bar. We're right in front of it on the corner where they block all the roads off. And so they're just like, all right, if you see someone and you just feel led to talk to them, like just go. Like, so we're in this circle worshiping. People are at the flow of traffic, and it just boom, just someone, just boom, boom, boom. And so, and some people are like, get out, like they're just drunk or whatever, or they don't care, like I don't care, or whatever. Some people had amazing experiences. So that happens for like, you're only there for like 35 to an hour, and then you go back to the parking lot, and everyone shares like what happened and any cool testimonies. And there's some, I forget what happened because it was like 8 months ago, but there's some like very powerful things that happened.
That sounds hype.
And so, and then they do this thing where it's like, based at the beginning, but they put their hands in the middle, and like, I forget what it is, but like, and it's just like a party you know, at the end. There's also like, there could be nothing that happens, and they're like, hey, we're still going to celebrate because at least something was said to people, you know?
Right.
And so they celebrate and jumping and screaming and yelping and all these things. But that could be something y'all could try out. It was very fun. It was very intentional. Like, it was not just like it could be very scary. I feel like just just like
that's intimidating.
Jesus loves you, you know. Like,
I think
very
there's all those, you know, like, I don't know in Nashville. I don't ever go to downtown Nashville, but or Broadway at least, and but a lot of big cities do all those street preachers that are just preaching. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say nonsense, but sometimes just nonsense.
Yeah, it's a controversial topic. I feel like. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know in like in London last time I was there, you know, they're getting arrested now for doing that. You know, like even though it could not even be nonsensical, like it could be, but they are getting arrested for that right now. So I mean, that's a first world country. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's I mean, it's. I just wonder how long they'll be till. That's the thing here where.
Yeah.
People.
Well, I mean, you get a place like New York.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
scary.
Truly every day they move. Like the say that you move for every day we move further from God's graces. That's true in the city in big cities.
In New York.
Yeah.
New York been scared to me.
Been scary.
I mean, it's they pass laws that just it penalizes faith, Christianity, and just Christianity though. That's the only faith
the mayor, or whatever his name is, he swore in with his hand on the Quran, not the Bible, like any other city, any other town does.
Yeah.
Sworn in the Quran.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah. I mean,
I'm moving somewhere else.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move out of New York. But yeah, it's just it's crazy. I mean, it's how you see a first world country, like I said, like England, and eventually here but I mean, it talks about in the Bible. We know it's coming. Where even the most first world places that were founded on Christian values will be persecuted. So we know how it ends in the end, though. So that's all that matters. But so
it's like rewatching a football game.
we know what happens. So back to you. Let's get. We keep talking about ourselves.
Hey, we can talk about you guys.
I know. But so if you do go make a football comeback, say the dream
comes true.
Yeah, dream comes true. You can play anywhere. Where are you playing?
Realistic?
No, anywhere.
I mean, my school is Michigan. That's
okay.
My school. That's like.
Yeah. Okay. Now the realistic answer.
Realistic. But anyway, I'll probably just, if I'm gonna play, I'm gonna look for somewhere that I can see the field.
Sure.
But also, is just like probably a Christian university.
Yeah.
So private Christian, small school, probably D3, D2, NAIA. So anywhere like that, let's go for it. You know, I'll be there. So.
Okay. I like that. Hey,
Coaches,
if you listen. Okay, along the same lines, I got asked this question. Well, I had to write about this question today in school.
Ooh.
We had to listen to TED Talks, which TED Talks could be crazy, but it was a genuine question. And I'll ask actually everybody this question: if you had all the money in the world, you have all this, your 10th generation from now will never have to worry. You have all the money in the world. What are you doing with your time? You don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about any of that. What would you spend your days doing?
That's an interesting question. I thought you were going to say what you're going to do with your money, but
no. Well, I guess it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to work.
Dude,
What do I say I'm going to do in the position I'm in now?
Yeah, like if
what,
right
what do I
now,
think I would
right
do?
now you have all the money in the world.
Because what I think I would do is different than
I think a lot of people answer that because everybody shared their answer today in class. I think a lot of people
are like, oh yeah, I know what I'm going to do.
exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of people said answers that are just
I don't know what I'm going to do. And that scares me.
Like they said that what they thought was the right answer.
Yeah.
like give a lot to charity and make foundations. I'm like, that's not what you're doing. That's not what you're
You
doing.
ain't making no foundations.
But I think that it's a hard question.
It's a hard question.
Because again, that kind of takes away back from what you were saying earlier. You don't have a goal then. And like most men are working to provide for a family or whatever.
That's very true. That's wow.
I think that just kind of goes to what Paul says about when I am weak, I'm strong, that we talked about the other day. That just takes that all away.
Yeah.
Like I have everything. I'm fully provided for, and you're putting money as God.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Right.
You're like, oh, I'm set. I don't need anything
Right.
anymore, and instantly God's just out of the picture.
Because that you can buy your way to health. You
Yeah.
can do
And I think that a lot of people answer that. Like I try to answer that question with at least. I mean, again, at Belmont's wild enough, but I try to answer at least with a somewhat Christian mindset. But I still don't know what I would do with the money. Like, But
well, because like it's a.
So it talks to Mark that it's harder for a rich person.
Yeah, and not that money is evil.
No.
Money is not evil. Bible doesn't say money is evil. The love of money is evil.
Yeah.
And so like you can be rich, you can and like do good.
Yeah.
And there's just a certain amount you're just gonna forget.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I would like to say the best thing is to burn it all and
Just
start
keep working.
fresh. That would be the best
Keep
thing.
1 year's wages. Just work.
That is realistically the best thing for me.
Yeah.
Is get rid of it
Yeah,
all
I
and
don't-
try to start back up.
This person was posing it as like this would be the best thing to ever happen to somebody. I'm like, no, it would not.
No.
This would not be the best thing to ever happen to somebody. What about you, Chase?
I want to hear your answer. What did you say in class today?
I said that I talked about like if I had all the time in the world, I'd like to put more time into this. Like the ability, and I would also have the money to put more time into this, where we could travel and go talk to Austin. This podcast.
Yeah, okay.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, just to really put in a lot. I mean, it's hard because like now that school started back, I'm literally at school from like 9 to 5 o'clock every day in Nashville. So yeah, I feel like that sometimes this is going to get neglected, and I'm like, but this is what I'm passionate about in this right now. So I'd love to put more time in that. I said I would really like to kind of commit myself to like a lifetime of learning, not just educational learning, but biblical learning and learning trades and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like a really stupid thing, I would love to learn how to tattoo. It'd be so cool to learn. But unfortunately, the artistic.
Just buy one and just.
I have a tattoo gun, generally, and
I heard the license takes like hours to get.
yeah, it doesn't take long to get your actual license. And you just have to do like a year-long apprenticeship.
Okay.
But my artistic ability is I don't have that.
Yeah. I think the usual case is like people are good artists.
Exactly.
And they just tattoo.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I kind of talked about it, and I didn't tell this to the class because this was rather deep. But growing up, kind of homeschooled, like I didn't think I had the ability to learn. Like homeschool was a great experience, but I never was like challenged to learn a lot, educational wise. So now that I've gone to school and I've fallen in love with learning, now it's like something I want to keep doing. And like I said, and that's not just educational learning. It's right now I want to get better at learning the Bible and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I would, but eventually I think I'd probably get bored of learning and then probably just sit and do nothing, and that's a problem.
Make a fire of money.
Yeah. I think the realistic answer of that is section out what I need. Like, okay, I want to give this much to this, and reasonable amounts. This for like I want to save this for kids eventually and for providing for them, but also I would keep it all in reasonable amounts, and then put it in places I can't see, and then just enough.
Yeah.
Just enough. I think that, like, I mean, that's pretty much what I do right now. Like, most of my paychecks, I just put it in a savings account, and then I don't really look at it anymore. I just keep enough to where I'm good. I'm good until my next paycheck, and then I siphon off as much as I can, and then I think that's the best way to do it for me.
Sweet.
What about you, Chase?
I don't know. I like you're talking about
Bugatti. I'm buying a Bugatti.
What color is yours? No, I like you're talking about constant learning.
Yeah.
I had a professor at Concordia, and one of the things that he said 3 years ago, it stuck with me since. He's like, you want to make your mind an interesting place to spend the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's deep.
Bro.
That's deep.
When I heard that, I was like, bro, we're talking about like a book right now. Like, you just drop a bar like that? You drop a bar like that? Make your mind an interesting place to spend the rest of your life. And so that stuck with me is like exactly that.
Yeah.
Like if you could have all the money in the world and you could be like bored out of your mind
Yeah.
or like just like hate your life, you know, like you see, I was talking about this with someone the other day, like the suicide rate of like millionaires or like celebrities in Hollywood, like
it's ridiculously high.
Through the roots.
Yeah.
So it just like Exhibit A, you know, like
Yeah.
exactly. All that to say, what I would do with my money. I don't know. Like realistically, I'm buying a truck.
Yeah.
You know, buying a house,
Yeah.
some land, and then I think stocks or a savings account or, you know, I think what you said is very smart. Like put it away. I can't see it.
Dom's the one with a real job, and he is realistic. He actually
He's
does
the
not-
only one with
Yeah.
the actual.
He actually
I try.
has financial advice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nah, I'd try.
No, like I said, I think it was funny listening to people answer and what they thought was the right answer, and then again, I think at the end of the day they would probably. But I think some people were realistic. They were like, I'd probably turn into an evil person. I think I didn't say that, but a couple people did say that, which I think is realistic for a lot of people, especially if you don't have any if you're a Christian, if Christianity is not in your life, I think that would be very easy to do. But
Goodness.
that's a hard question.
That's scary.
It's a scary question. Yeah. I'm glad I don't. Like this.
I'm not scared of it.
It's like, if you want to go ahead and bless me with
But
it.
if I had that, I'd be scared.
Yeah, that's yeah. I don't know, but
Yeah.
you do. So talking about working out.
Yeah.
You said that it was kind of one of the things that you still did after you quit football. What is the gym? What does the gym mean to you?
It's kind of changed actually throughout like my life. Like in the beginning, when I first started working out, it was kind of just like I was a skinny kid. Still, I'm a very skinny kid, but I was a skinny kid. Skinny kid, and I just wanted to beef up a little bit, whatever. But then it was kind of like taking my frustrations out, take my anger out, all mad or whatever. Now it's just like I just want to like be healthy and like look good, whatever. Be confident, but the big thing is just like longevity, health, that kind of thing. But also just like it's just fun. I just like going to the gym, Just like benching and squatting and deadlift. It's just like fun, It's just like I feel like all guys should like, I feel like all guys should like the gym. It's just like peak testosterone.
It is like you're just there,
just moving heavy circles,
There's no better feeling in the world than just hitting a PR or something. Like
nothing.
it is. Well, no, I won't say it's not the best feeling in the world, but it's a good feeling. It's a dang good feeling. All right, we'll kind of wrap this up. What is kind of your message to the people that stayed about Christianity? What do you
about Christianity?
Yeah. What do you tell people? What is? It's a hard question.
I mean, I kind of like what you were saying earlier. Kind of going back to like I like a lot of things you said earlier.
Good job,
but I think a lot of things we talked about today was kind of about the essentials and the non-essentials of belief. Like what you're talking about, the important things. What are the important things? I think just like remind yourself and keep the essentials, and keep the non-essentials, the non-essentials. That's what causes the divide and the denomination split and the church split and the church hate and the church hurt. All these things, just like different beliefs. When all that matters is exactly what you said. Jesus Christ came, lived the perfect life, the one that we can't live, but we need to live. He died the death that we deserved.
Yeah.
And is the blameless, perfect lamb. And now he looks at us and he sees us perfect white as snow, And so that's it.
Yeah.
Anything else is just like.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Trinity, Holy Spirit, those are all core essential. But the essential one is Jesus and the cross. So it's like just my main point, I guess, is just like keep the essentials, and keep the non-essentials, the non-essentials. So
couldn't say any better myself. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I don't, like I said, this has been like a month in planning,
Yeah.
and it finally happened. It was perfect.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
I don't know what we got next week. We'll figure it out. God.
Usually never do.
Yeah, we never know, but hey, God works it out. You know, if you if you want to come on the podcast, let us know.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, we got some exciting things happening. What?
No.
What is he doing over there? But thank you for watching, and we'll see y'all next week.